welcome to Peak Couch Conversations with Carmalita.
All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
So maybe there'll be a video or something that will show that it took her 3 hours and 72 minutes to write down 3 questions. Put in this goddamn hat
Welcome
that she's got on her head.
Welcome to Pink Couch Conversations with Carmalita and
Tiquan, hey.
the Tiquan and Karma Show. My brother is visiting from California for the holidays, so we're gonna
Mary had a little lamb.
We're gonna do kind of like a shoot the shit episode where we talk about dating. So we put questions. I wrote most of the questions. And by most, I mean contributed like 2 out of the 12.
And you know all of hers because they're all of the index cards.
Shh. Anyway, okay, so you go first.
Why would I go first? What, isn't this your show?
You're the guest.
Well, I wrote that question.
You wrote most of them.
When do you know it's time to be exclusive? Is exclusivity what?
Important to you.
Oh, is exclusivity important to me? Because that definitely looked like impatient to me. So, okay. When do you know?
I can't breathe, I'm gonna choke.
When the vowels don't make sense and your brain is like
Error.
Oh my god, okay, all right. So I feel like it is based off of you and the person, always.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't care if it's time, like, some people are like, oh, that was too soon. Like, if you and the person are like, fuck, we fell in love in 24 hours, like, if that truly resonates with you, then do it. I like to see what time does, you know? I want to give it a little time to see if exclusivity is something that makes sense for us. Mm-hmm. Because if we jump into something, let's say I, meet someone on an app or meet them in public or whatever, there are, in your first like couple months, there's this like inevitable like fall in love scent pheromone in the air. And
one
like,
of my friends calls that the Disney phase. You can't trust anything in the Disney
you
phase.
cannot.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, if I do these things, what if you don't like this,
Mm-hmm.
But because in the beginning we hit it off so well, there's
Right.
things you weren't paying attention to, I wasn't paying attention to, because we were just like smitten and everything was so like,
Yeah.
and it's like that lasts for like a good like month and a half, 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that's done, that's when you hear like, well, he's not answering texts and all this stuff. But it's like, well, if you would have just like, I don't know, like milked it a little bit longer, you would kind of see whether or not you liked his text rhythm or her text rhythm. And I do think exclusivity is important, but I believe, again, it is between you and your partner what that means, because me being exclusive to you may not necessarily mean that we are in a relationship in which I only have you, So that's that on that. Hold on, that's not how you do this.
I don't have anything in my head. Would you date a friend's ex? I wouldn't. So a part of me is saying a hard no and the I wouldn't, but then it also depends on like how much of an ex is it? Like, is this your ex-husband? Is this your ex-boyfriend? Is this like someone you had a child with? Like, is it someone that you just talked to? Like, did you guys go on a couple of dates? Like, what do you mean ex? Like, if it was just someone you're like fooled around with, like, I think it depends on like that. Mm-hmm. But then for me, I have a hard time like being interested in anyone my friend has even like said like, oh, like made out with or gone on a date with, let alone actually been with. So it feels like a hard no for me, but I've also never been in a situation where I would like, you know.
I have, and we'll do it again.
Yeah? No? You're like, once you're broke up, it's not your problem.
It's an ex. You exited this person's life, not mine.
Sequan!
Hey, COVID has changed a lot of things.
No. You would, wow.
Why not?
Just when you think you know someone. Why not? I
Why
don't
not?
know, because
Why not?
You're my friend, and I'm gonna date your ex.
Y'all didn't make it. What does that have to do with me?
I don't like that.
What does that?
I don't like. Get the next question. That's
What
foul,
is that?
I think.
What does that
You're
have to do
wrong.
with me?
You are wrong. It's your turn.
What does that have to do with me? Okay, that's what I want to know. All right, what is your toxic trait?
Oh, shit.
My toxic trait. I would say that my toxic trait is I kind of already know, like, I already know when someone's fucking up, and I will let them continue to fuck up just to see how much of the, like, fuck up
Like how far they'll take it?
they'll do, you know? And then...
Nice word.
Yeah, like, so... My toxic trait is like watching that shit just like, and it could be for months. I will literally just watch it play out, and I will sit and ponder like, so I know he's gonna do this today, so watch him do this, and he will do it every single time. Why I like doing it? It's like a movie. It's like the only, like I don't really like drama. Like I hate being on the phone and like talking about someone else's drama.
Yeah.
But like that for me would be the drama that I can handle, because it's like, it's kind of juicy because I already know that this is some bullshit. But then like, it's light bullshit.
Yeah, what's like
I
what
don't
you can
know.
handle.
Do you know what I mean?
That makes
Yeah.
sense, yeah. And if you're not that invested or like you see what it is, you're like, I'll just see how long you're gonna play this charade.
Yes. Yes.
I see that.
How about you? What is your toxic trait?
I think my toxic trait I'm learning is like I fall in love with the idea of people that I've created in my mind, and then I get upset with them for not living up to that.
To what it was.
Yeah, and I'm like, but I made a god of you in my mind. How dare you not like?
When does that
live up
start?
To that?
When do you initiate that? Is that like a part of the dating process, or is that a part of like when you guys are like, we're now boyfriend and girlfriend and like you're my like thing?
No, I think that's just like a personality flaw. Like I think it's just me.
Oh, you
like,
see it in everybody.
Well, I can't even say friends, because like I feel like the amazing people I think my friends are, they generally are. But when it comes to people and like romance, it's like I'm a writer, right? So it's like the story of it all. Like I will romanticize a WYD text. I'll be like, oh my gosh, he texts me. What do you say? What do you say?
Yeah, she will do.
What do you do? And it'll be like, I'll be so like, and it's like, meanwhile, he's like, what? That, okay. He responded to it, then he'll toss his phone. And I'll be like, no. So yeah, no, because for me, it's just like, I love all of the things and the dramatics of it all.
Live in that fairy tale. Like, she wants to hear that, like, the fucking Tweety Bird fell on her shoulder.
It, like, oh, shit, that's me. All of it just sounds and feels so amazing. I just discovered that not too long ago. But yeah, so because of that, I have this like romanticizing of a thing. Like when I meet someone, I'll like, try to like, play cool, but then they'll do something and I'm like, this is it. This is it. Like I know, and so he'll like do something that's like different stuff. So, but it's just like, it'd be the most mediocre shit. And I'm like elated because everything is a story to me. So yeah. And so then I get really disappointed when someone shows up as himself and that's not who I made them up to be in my mind. And so I think that's also kind of crazy because it's like, I'm not falling for these people. I'm falling for like, oh, you could be this. This is what I think you're in my mind. And like that place doesn't exist.
Do you shoot your shot as a girl? Like, and if you do, what does that look like? Because I'm gonna tell y'all, I know the answer to this question because Sammy, if you watch this, you'll remember
Tell
this
the
time.
story.
But okay, so we are at a little soiree, and my sister sees a man. Now he's gorgeous. We're at a bar. He is a beautiful, like, but when I tell you, she locked and loaded. When she saw him, she was like this, boom, walked right over to him gracefully. I don't know what the words she said to him, but whatever it was, his phone was in her hand and she was placing her number in it. That's some bad. It was so cold. I literally sat there with a pen and paper and I was like, okay, so walk up to man, say, you would like to take my number. It was something cold like that. Like, your phone's not out to get my number.
I was not that pretentious. That did not happen that way.
Girl.
Remember romantic, but it wasn't that. It wasn't that.
Pretentious, whatever you want to call it.
I didn't
Home
say that.
girl. Sashayed her little tail right on over to this man, to somebody's son, and got his phone out of his pocket.
I didn't take one.
Yes.
He's lying.
Phone
Okay.
was in hand.
First of all,
her number was getting
he
placed
likes
in
to
her.
embellish.
No,
what I will say.
Where's the embellishing?
Show me. I would
Show
have
me.
never.
I have
first of all, he
receipts.
was at work.
I got pictures.
Here's the
video.
thing. First of all, it was your birthday and you were like hella drunk anyway. So like his
I'm
phone.
always drunk. I'm drunk now.
His phone was behind the bar, so I didn't take his. Like that story was all made up. But I did walk up to a beautiful man.
Story was made up. She told me to tell it. That's how I saw it.
Anyway, I think it's important to shoot your shot. My introverted friends, they like think I'm crazy. Like I don't really have a thing with like rejection. Like the worst thing you can say is no, right? Yeah, but no, I'm all for walking up to a guy when outside was open. This was me like freshly single. Like I was like
she was on it.
Hawking, right? I was like, I am here, right? But now, you know, like
that is the bones left after she ate that man, okay?
my brother thinks I'm a man.
Boom! Ate him!
So now,
when she's on dates, she's like this. Excuse me, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go on.
I
As you were
cannot confirm nor deny whether I am said man eater. But what I will say is that I don't have an issue walking up to a man. Next question. That's it. Men don't scare me. Your turn. Or is it my turn?
It's your turn, because